everyone, it's Lily. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be making chapatis. Some people call them chapatis, but I call them chapatis. I love chapatis. But if you like something, you have to learn how to make it. So I'm going to teach you how to make chapatis. What you will need is 4 cups of flour. I've already got 3 in my bowl and this is the 4th one. You shall need 1/2 of a tablespoon of salt, I am using 1 tablespoon of sugar, but it's an option. You don't have to use sugar, but I'm using sugar to make my chapatis taste more nice. And you need 1 tablespoon of oil. Now I'm going to add the water. So you need 1 cup and a half. I'm not going to pour it all in yet because you need to do it carefully and not pour it all in. So I'm going to first mix this up. If you have a lot of the mixture, then you can use a machine. But if you don't have too much, God gave us hands, so you can just use our hands. So we can just use our hands. Okay. This is too dry, so I'm going to pour a bit more water in. I put the rest of the water in, but if you'd like to, you can just do it bit by bit by bit by bit. So, as you mix it, the flour and everything that you've put in mixes together. And as a child, it's nice to play with it because it's like Play-Doh. Okay, I'm putting a bit more water in because the last bit of water I did was 1 cup and a half, and that wasn't enough because now it's a bit too hard this. So feel free, if it's too hard, to put some more water in, and as well feel free to put some more flour in if it's too soggy and wet. But don't put all of the water in at the same time because we don't want it too soggy. Right, now I have put the water in, and it's a bit sticky, you might think, but if you're determined to do it, you can do it. And if it's a good chapati, it needs to be sticky like this. I have now done this, and I've mixed it up, and I've played with it, and I'm going to put it on the worktop now. But I'm first going to put a bit of flour on the worktop, so that the dough doesn't stick down on the table, otherwise it will be very hard to deal with. Okay, I'm taking it out now. If I had 4 hands, I could hold the bowl as well. Okay. So it was sticky, the dough was quite sticky, but I put some flour on my hands and I rubbed them together, and then I get some more flour and I just sprinkle it around the sides of the bowl, and then it makes it easier to take the dough out of the bowl. So you put it down on the flour that you've just put down and you spread around. And then you start kneading it basically, so it's like folding, just like this. This makes it even better. If you stretch it out and then fold it in, and then do it again, you fold it out and fold it in. you stretch it out again and fold it in. It might help if you turn it around and then pull again and fold it. Okay, I've rolled it like a sausage, like a log now. You can call it a sausage if you want, but now that I've rolled it like a log, I am now going to put it in the bowl and cover it up with some plastic foil, or you can do it with silver foil if you have it. I have now covered this up, and it's better when you cover it up because it lets the gluten to relax. I have covered it and I've left it to relax for 15 minutes. It's better if you do it for 30 minutes because then it makes the chapati more nice and more better. I am now going to estimate how many chapatis I want. I would like 10 chapatis, so I'll cut it. 1, 2, 3. These are the chapatis I have got out of the dough. But what you do now is you get one of the balls and you dip it in the flour. You don't want too much because then it can make the dough go hard. Then I put it on the table and then I shall roll it. I let it go nice and long, so tall like this. I think that's enough. And then I pour a bit of oil on. This is one of my favourite bits because it's like playing. So then I just rub it all over the dough. And then I sprinkle a bit of flour on. Not too much again, because if it's too much it can make it go hard. And then you roll it. And then I'm doing this. You don't have to do the hitting on the table though, but I'm just doing it. And then you roll it. And I'm putting these in rows. So this is the first one I did, and then I'm going to have the last one I did, and I'm going to start with the first one because it's already relaxed a bit. Okay, so these are the ones I've done already, and this is the last one I'm going to do. And I'm going to do the same as I've done before with the first one and the others. So I dip it in the flour. And then I roll it. Very nice and long and tall. That's enough. And then you pour the oil on. The oil helps it to be more soft. Then you rub it around like a game again. And you sprinkle a bit of flour on again. And then you roll it, and this technique, you don't need any technique of rolling it or anything, but with this it helps it to have layers, and I like hitting it because it's also like a game as well, and it's like skipping but with dough. And you can wrap it around your finger to make it easier to wrap it. Might slide like it's doing with me. Sorry, I've got hiccups. Okay, now I've done these and I'm doing the first one now. As I said, it lets the last one I did to rest and relax. Okay, it's cooking now. Let's get the pan out. It's here. We put it on the gas cooker. And now I'm going to put the gas cooker on so that it heats up the pan. But if you're a child like me and if you don't know how to put the cooker on, then please ask an adult to help you. The gas which is underneath on low because I don't want it to be too hot at the moment. Now it is time for rolling my chapatis. So I will put this in, I'll put the dough in the flour and then I put it on the table. I've already put some flour on the table. And then I'm going to roll it again, but I don't want it to be too long like the other times. I want it to be circular like these three I've already done. So, I first roll it like this, and as you can see it's gone oval and long, but then I turn it, and the more flour you put on, the easier it will be to roll it. This one is done now, so we're now going to start cooking these four so that we have space for these other ones. So if you're short like me, you can get a stool. I have put the gas on a bit higher, so as you can see it's puffing up and that means it's cooking, and I feel I should turn it now. That's the sort of thing that you'd like to see, is like the brown bits coming up. So if it's puffing up, you should know that it's starting to cook on the other side. Okay, so now at this point it's time to put some oil on. Don't put too much because it's already got some oil inside it, remember? So now I'm going to turn it again. Be careful in case it spits with the oil. And that's the sort of golden brown you'd like to see on the chapati, as I said. And you'd like to see the brown. There is more of the golden. Okay, so now you turn it over so that you cook both sides. They are both already cooked with me. So now I am going to put them in this pan here. And I'm going to put the lid on to let it rest and to keep it to relax even more. And also, some people put them in plastic bags, but plastic is not good for you, so it's better to put it in something with a lid, or you could put it on a plate and cover it up with another plate. This is my second chapati, and this is the beautiful colour you'd love, and this is more like golden brown. Okay, so this is finished now, and I'm going to put it over here. And the more layers you put of chapati, the more softer they get. Right then, and I put the lid on. This is my last chapati. As you can see, it's starting to puff up, but it's a bit thick, so it has taken quite a while to start to puff up. But now I'm going to turn it over. That's a nice colour, but it's not as good as one of them that we. So now at this point, you pour some oil on, and I'm going to try not to put too much, and I'm not going to try and put too little. So then you turn it, and each side needs like 2 to 3 minutes. As you can see, this has gone like brown, and that means like it's been cooked basically. Then, so now I'm going to pour a bit more oil on this side, and then I'm going to turn it. Right then. And once this other side, which I'm cooking now, once it's finished, then all the chapatis are going to be finished. Each side needs 2 to 3 minutes. Each side needs 2 to 3 minutes, and now this one is done, so I'm going to switch it off. There we are, I've switched it off. So I'm going to put it here. There we are. These are my finished and cooked chapatis here. I have got like 10 or 11 of them, and this is how they are. They're a bit hot, and I haven't got those sort of hands which can hold hot things, so I'm not going to hold it to show it for you. So remember to, if you like my cooking and all my chapatis, remember to subscribe and hit that like button. Don't forget to clean where you've been working from. I've taken everything that I've worked with and I've made things with, but I just need to wipe the table now.